release all the transcripts that he has ever given behind closed doors to major Wall Street firms. Sanders said there were no speeches, he said. So basically he goes, I'll release my speeches because there weren't any. And he's right. Here you have Hillary. I don't know if you saw my tweet that I put out. They have all her breakdowns of how much money she received. And I'm not hating. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But don't lie about it. Don't say that you're not indebted to these bankers, so to speak. What do you think about that, Christina?
No, I mean, I completely agree with you, and I'm not a Bernie Sanders fan at all, and I don't think he's a D.C. outsider. I mean, he's been in D.C. like his entire adult life, but there's a huge difference between him and Clinton. You know, he's not, he doesn't have like a Clinton foundation where money is being laundered through this foundation. He's not giving $300,000 speeches, and I'm sure he has his relationships with certain groups or unions or whatever, but he really does separate himself from Clinton. I mean, he's far left of Clinton. I'm not saying he's any better than her, but there is a huge difference between the two of them. And she claims to be transparent. Not at all. I mean, she is as corrupt and as deceitful as they come.
Right. I think at this point, Hillary Clinton is kind of annoyed that she's unable to pivot to the general elections now, because if you think about it, a couple months ago she was already thinking about who she's going to be running against on the Republican side, and because of the strong showing recently of Bernie Sanders, she's been unable to pivot and concentrate on her Republican opponents, because you can't take Bernie Sanders too lightly. He's pretty much he seems to be gaining steam here. Katja?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think, again, the disenfranchisement goes on both sides. Some of the stuff that we were talking about yesterday is that with all these super delegates, the people are voting for Bernie, but the super delegates are aligning themselves with Miss Clinton. And so that's a major problem, and that's why they have so much upsetness on their side as well. And it's just really concerning to so many people to sit here and we're watching, we watched Clinton for years being so corrupt, again and again, making bad decisions, bad choices, crony capitalism, et cetera. And now, the last 5 years, Miss Clinton, the whole entire world blew up and she was part of it. She sat right there next to Obama and made all these horrible decisions in Libya, across the entire Middle East. It's her baby. She created ISIS. She's not going to be able to run from it. And to be honest with you, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. You can even pay money. Any kind of money I would pay, and to watch Donald Trump take her down in the first debate. It's going to be great.
Well, and you bring up an interesting.
I dream about it.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting point, because we're going to get into a video of Karl Rove in a couple of minutes here, where he basically said, I don't know if you watch Bill Still's videos on YouTube, but he came out yesterday and he said that Karl Rove and a lot of the donors had a conference call regarding Donald Trump and how to more or less start coalescing around him, because there really is no path for a nomination for anybody else, and how they were going to attempt to start coalescing around him to try to help and maintain some of the Republicans in the Senate or the Congress, and they were going to start coalescing around Donald Trump. I'm going to play that video later on. But before we get to that, I want to pick up this phone call now. Terry from Ohio, welcome to the Silent Majority.
Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. We follow each other on Twitter. It's my first time calling into the show. I'm a Trump supporter.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, listen, on Hillary. This has got to be the most vile, meanest, detached, delusional candidate this woman is. How anyone could support this woman is beyond me. I mean, because when you track her history, when you go back to the Watergate team she worked on, she got the boot. Didn't even get a reference. Whitewater, the Rose Law Firm. I mean, the first lady, the first lady that was ever subpoenaed to give a deposition. I mean, where I'm going with this is how anyone can support this woman. They're either willfully ignorant or they're just uninformed. They don't know about her past. And to give her the keys to the presidency, it's got to be, I mean, it's like handing the keys to Satan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this argument that she makes that she will not release her transcripts because she'll wait till the Republicans do it. Well, that's nonsense. That's the most idiotic, lamest excuse I've ever heard. And you know what? I'm glad Bernie started shelling her last night. She needs to be shelled.
Right.
You know, she needs to be called out for the fraud that she is. She's a Wall Street shill. Right. That's all she is.
Did you
catch? It's all about Hillary.
Yeah. Did you catch when she apologized for Bill Clinton's crime bill? How she basically said that you know, the crime bill was it had a lot of unintended consequences, and basically that's the word that is the word that a lot Democrats use constantly, because they run on this agenda of trying to save, you know, the inner cities and all this crap, and then next thing you know, when they get elected and you know, they do nothing for the inner cities just get worse, and they just tag the phrase you know, unintended consequences, and they think that's gonna fix everything.
Well, have you ever known a woman to take responsibility for anything?
Whoa! I have two ladies on my show, co-hosts Katja Lee and Christina Layla.
The woman referring to Hillary. I apologize if it was taking us to your two contributors there, but I'm talking about Hillary.
Yeah, we're listening here.
Right? Have you ever known this woman to ever take responsibility for anything? Ever. Look at this skit she did with Bill de Blasio this past weekend, where he says...
She threw him under the bus. Yeah, she threw him under the bus.
She did the rehearsal with him. She did the lines with him. And then he comes out with a line, and then the black guy says, I don't like that, or whatever he said, and then she goes, on casual, or I forget what she said, on whatever her response was. And then... Right, when it was really then on colored people time. Yeah. And so then she gets called out for it. She goes, well, I've got to deflect to de Blasio. It's his kid.
Yeah, well, it's like...
the woman never takes responsibility. Well, and can you imagine if Trump would have said that?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been 24/7 pounding on Donald Trump if he said something like that.
Not only that, but if you recall, during yesterday's debate, apparently Bernie Sanders, again, because I didn't watch it, but I've been looking at the transcripts. Bernie Sanders called her out regarding her super, when she said super predators, predators, referring to you know, young black kids. And here they are again. I mean, here's the Democrats. They can say whatever they want about black people and not have any consequences, and it's okay. It's okay.
Right. Yeah, they get a pass. They can say with impunity.
Yes.
Well, we're liberal, so we can kind of go there.
Right.
But let me tell you something. That's the real Hillary Clinton in the 90s when she gave her super predator speech, bringing them to heel.
Right.
And then she comes out this week and says, well, we need to listen to the black people in their plight. Well, was she listening to the girl that held up the sign and called her out for being a or saying the super predator at the house at the fundraiser? She paid $500 to get in there. She holds up a sign, they throw her out. I mean, she wasn't listening.
Yep.
You know, I'm no Bernie fan, but, you know, at least he had the two protesters up and they talked on the microphone. Yeah. He allowed them to speak. Anyone that believes Hillary Clinton honestly cares about black people, I've got some beachfront property in Arizona to say, all she cares about, Chris, is the black vote.
No, I know.
Period.
I know.
Once she gets in office, it's going to be all around. She's going to be the puppet for the banks. Yep. She's going to use her position just like she used SOS to get rich, and she used that foundation as a tax fraud scheme, scam platform, whatever you want to call it.
You know, Terry. Before I let
why this woman is not in prison? In prison yet is beyond me.
Yeah, Terry. If it would have been anybody else, they would have been in prison already. Before I let you go, I think I heard on Andrew Wilkow today. You know, he's on 12 o'clock on the Patriot Channel. He said that the reason why she doesn't want to release those transcripts is because she's working out on her own Obamacare type of deal that's going to involve Wall Street, and that's why she doesn't want to release those statements. But that's just research that. I heard it on Andrew Wilkow, and I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying it deserves a little research. But thank you for calling, Terry.
Hey, we'll tweet. Talk to you later. Good show. Thank you,
yes,
sir.
Brother. Bye. All right, there you have it. What do you think about that? What do you think about what I just said, Katja? You think there's something behind that as the reason why she doesn't want to release those transcripts?
anything that has to do with corruption and Hillary Clinton and Wall Street, I would have to say yes. Andrew's a pretty good guy. And, you know, everything that, honestly, you know, you can just look back her whole entire career. It's just been latent with corruption from the very beginning. Her alliances that she makes with people, they're unholy. The lies that she makes up, they make up stuff as they go along.
Right.
And people are just done with it. They're done with her. They're done with her lies. And anybody that believes that Mr. Trump is going to get beat by this woman is completely high on crack, because he's going to completely take her out, because it's her own doing. Her own lies are going to catch up with her, and he is exposing all of it. So she just needs to come clean and have a come to Jesus moment, which I doubt is going to happen. But yeah, she's just a liar. That's what she is.
Okay, well, you listen to the Silent Majority here. I'm your host, Chris. The number to call is 347-338-1775. My co-host for the day, for the night, Kacha Lee and Christina Layla. At this time, I want to pick up HC, my buddy HC. What's up, brother? How are you?
What's up? I am in hell. Well, I would call it hell. Dallas traffic. I'm trying to drive back home from Dallas traffic.
All right. So what's going on, brother?
Hi, HC.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Good,
Hopefully
good.
Not stuck on a tollway. Yeah, I wanted to lay down a theory. I'm sure everyone is aware that the whole Ted Cruz Mike situation from the gala. And, of course, we knew that Ted Cruz had a cold reception. I mean, people would have been more excited to hear Ben Stein narrate 50 Shades of Grey. But
All right.
the thing is that Rush Limbaugh is saying, it's been proven Ted Cruz was sabotaged and everything, and I don't do a Rush voice, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for the weekend scoops. You'll see the Cruz operatives start saying that Ted Cruz was sabotaged by Donald Trump. But the thing is, I've got a theory about this.
Can you make it quick?
Now, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Take into account
All right.
the status of Ted Cruz, how desperate he is. He's playing the victim card left and right. Now, I put on your tinfoil hats, because this is going to get weird.
Okay.
I am betting that this was all orchestrated by the Cruz camp to win sympathy points, because this is just Jeff Rose's style.
Right.
This is the way he does things.
Always playing the victim. Always playing the victim role.
Yep.
Yeah, and let me just tell you. We had
later state.
Yeah, let me just tell you, HC, you were on my show last night. You co-host a show with me, and remember when the lady called and she said, "I'm still waiting." I called in because I'm still waiting for the Donald Trump gala to commence. It was running late. So, do you think that it was running so late that once Donald Trump spoke, that they started serving dinner, and it wasn't something that was planned. It was just something that happened.
Oh well. No, I actually think it was planned.
Okay.
I think this was an attempt to try to get Ted Cruz some sympathy points for California and other states to make Donald Trump look like a bully.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I got my phone lines are jam-packed. I want to make sure I don't leave anybody on the line like I did last night. But I want to thank you.
Yeah, sure. I got to get back to driving.
All right. I want to thank you for calling, brother.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good day.
All right, I got to pick up these.
Hi.
I got to pick up these calls here. Sally from North Carolina, welcome to the Silent Majority.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I heard a person speaking earlier about the Democratic debate, and I wanted to talk about the black vote.
Sure.
And I don't know what the answer is, but what's been very disappointing to me as a voter is that, well, I'm a Democrat, I'm actually independent. Mm-hmm. But I'm voting for I've already voted for Donald Trump.
Okay.
And I grew up in the civil rights movement. I mean, I was born in the 1970, but I remember when Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday became a national holiday. Mm-hmm. And the school I went to before that, it was a huge deal because it was a private Quaker school.
Right.
And so we were celebrating it before that. And there was no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump's jobs and tax plan, specifically with 0% tax on $25,000 income or under, was the very best way to help people